Hello, this is Gary from VR Roundtable again, and this is Vanishing Realms. And I'm just going to play a little bit of this game just to show you what it's all about. Anybody who owns an HTC Vive will probably have already played this game, but I just want to mention this one because this really is, it was one of the first experiences I played in the Vive when I first got VR back in April 2016, and this one really stood out to me. Just being in this room, this first little sort of cavern area, this hall, it's just incredible really. Even though the graphics are quite basic, they do their job so well. That light shining down there and everything, it's just really immersive. There's something about the way this has been done that really makes you feel like you're standing in this room. And like I say, when I first played it, it stood out to me, and just playing it now, it's really sort of stood up well really. So let's get this gem. Oops, should have got these first. Yeah, really impressive, especially when you first play VR. You know, you're impressed by pretty much everything, but this one is sort of a step above some of the others. Incredible. So Vanishing Realms, I guess it's an RPG would be the best way to describe it, but it's quite light on the RPG elements. It's just a very short game. I guess it's more or less like Zelda. I think it's been referred to by some other people actually. It's Zelda in VR. That's really sort of the brief of this game. But when you first play it, you know, you can do all things like this, which when you first get VR, absolutely blows your mind. Uses the teleport mechanic. And I know some people don't like the teleport mechanic. I think it works quite well in this game. It's as I say, with it being one of the first ones, it was sticking to the rules that were sort of a lot of people were talking about around that time, where you can't really have free movement in VR. You risk people getting motion sickness and all this kind of thing. So it does stick to these rules quite rigidly, but it works well in this particular game. So you'll go through the game and you'll see a lot of these type of things, these riddles that will tell you what to do next and where to go, and just the general story of what's happening in Vanishing Realms. So let's have a quick look. A gem, a chalice buried deep, silent watches, undying sleep, with crown of bones, rusted ring, in darkness stirs, forgotten king. Not a clue. I haven't got a clue what he's talking about there, but doesn't matter. Game's still good. Set fire to all these things, absolutely fantastic. It really does remind me that even though this title was one of the early ones and it does get forgotten about, I think people take it for granted to a certain extent, because pretty much everybody who owns a Vive has played this odd thing. I mean, it's a reasonable price. It doesn't, like I say, it's probably about 2 hours long, I think, something like that. Put that in the bag. Pretty sure there's some more coins up here. Maybe not. I thought there was, but let's not waste the time. You can set fire to all these things here. Probably not a good idea when you're standing on it though. You'll get injured. That's done me no favours at all. Why did I do that? But yeah, it's about 2 hours long, this game, and it's pretty good really in terms of length, and you feel sort of satisfied when you've finished it. You always want more, that's the thing, it does leave you wanting more. And the developer is working on a part 2 of this game as far as I know, although I've not personally heard anything about that for quite a while. So yeah, it's probably worth just sort of checking that out, see what he's actually saying there. But the developer a few months back, he did talk about, well, they did add quite a lot to this game. They added an extra section outside, so the content was, there was a lot added there. This guy's not happy. So yeah, the outside section a little bit later on, that was expanded on, and oh, I didn't pick up the key. And so that added quite a little bit extra to the game. And I think it's around £15, which I guess would be, what, $20 in the US. So £15 isn't bad. So this is a first little puzzle section really that you have to do. The game, I mean, it's not a particularly difficult game. There are some sections where you're fighting things that it can get a little bit tough, but yeah, on the whole it's not that difficult. Okay, let's read this book. Bone, feather, potion red, in altar set ablaze, burning wards of the dead, ashes fall on sunless maze. So basically we need to find a bone, a feather and a red potion in these various rooms and throw them on that fire, and that'll lead us on to the next bit. Pretty straightforward. Let's pick up some of these coins. I will didn't mean to set fire to that. This game just brings out your inner pyromaniac. I will need all this money in a little while, because you can purchase a sword, and the more money you have, the better the sword you can purchase, and that obviously benefits you a little bit later on in the game. Really is, I mean, it's really Zelda in VR. This such a good game. Can't wait for part 2. I'm actually going to, when I finish doing this video, I'm going to go and try and find out what's going on with this game, because I really want a part 2. There's the potion. God, can't stop setting fire to things. Just pick up these gems first. So yeah, really well done. Let's go down here. So yeah, the teleport mechanic on going down the ladders can be a little bit jarring, if I'm being honest. That's the only thing I don't like, but it's how they choose to do it in this game, and that's fine. Checkpoints are quite evenly placed as well, from what I remember. Whoa, that wasn't good. Teleported into the wrong place. Okay. Brother, come, seek me beyond sleeping white. The secret once lost, hath one found. The hammer we forged rings true by moonlight, bringing gold beyond dreams from the ground. Yeah, nonsense, absolutely nonsense. That wasn't a good idea. Let's teleport out of here, don't like that bit. Whoops. Just the general atmosphere of this game, I think that's one of the standout things. Just the atmosphere, the music and sound effects are really, really cool. As they can be in quite a lot of VR games, but yeah, in this one there's just some standout moments really that I really do remember, and I've wanted to go back and play this game for a while. I did start going through it again, but I haven't finished it a second time yet. How much money have we got? We've got 201. We've only got enough for the basic one here, so that's no good. Let's pick that up with the other hand. That's okay. Stick with the basic one. So you just show that fellow who's boss, and then he'll let you out again. You can carry on with your game. Really cool being outside. You do go outside a fair bit. As I say, there was a larger section. The outside area later on in the game was expanded in a little update, so you will see that a bit later on. Didn't notice that boat the first time I played. Okay, let's just show you this little part, because this is the first battle. And this is something as well, when you first get VR, you can't really underestimate the impact of seeing full life-size enemies like this, and the fact that you can actually really fight them. Oh man, didn't need to do that. gets easier actually when you get a shield. I almost sort of went to block it there with the torch that I've got, but that's no good. That won't help you out at all. Oh wow, again, quite a lot there. So 158 gold. So that's pretty much the game. Just a very quick look at this game here, because I don't want to spoil anything. I think everybody who owns an HTC Vive or an Oculus Rift with touch should really get this game. Absolutely fantastic. Whoops. Oh man, that was a big mistake. What I've done there. Let's get out. Oh, dead. Oh well, good place to end. So yeah, really enjoyable game this is. Definitely worth getting and highly recommended. So thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you next time.